Diamond dealer Louis Liebenberg and his wife Desiree will know their fate on November 15th. This after the Bronkhorstspruit Magistrate Court granted bail of between 100,000 and 5,000 rand to all their co-accused in the diamond dealing scam. Liebenberg and his 8 accused face charges of fraud, money laundering and racketeering, among others. His wife Desiree broke down when counsel for her husband told the court that Correctional Services Minister Pieter Groenewalt has instructed wardens to make her diamond dealer husband's life unbearable while incarcerated. SABC News reporter Ofentse Setimo joins us for more on the story. Good afternoon, Ofentse. Just talk us through today's proceedings.
Thank you very much. Well, proceedings actually began with the court excluding the 3 that were actually granted bail during the first hearing. That's Magdalena Petrolina Kleinhand, Helena Dorothea Amy Liebenberg, and Walter Nienberger, who apparently were released on bail varying between 20,000 and 100,000 rands. Then immediately afterwards, their co-accused that were remanded in prison also gave statements to the court, actually applying for bail, assuring the court that they would not abscond from the case, and actually confirming their address of residence and saying that they would actually see through the case and are not actually a flight risk. Immediately afterwards, we understand that the court actually had to adjourn immediately after the 4 bail applications for lunch. But when we came back around 2 o'clock, because the court had actually started late, time had actually ran out for Ms. Desiree Liebenberg, who is the wife of accused number 1 in the matter, to actually apply for bail. But we understand that the state is actually opposing bail application for Ms. Liebenberg, as they feel that, you know, these are the masterminds of this particular case, and they feel that they might be a flight risk if they actually allowed to go out on bail. And the matter has since been postponed to the 15th. There was deliberation between 2 counsels as to whether the date that would actually suit them between the state and the defense counsel. You know, they were actually opting for the 18th and the 25th of November, but eventually settled for the 15th, which they felt that is the day that the accused would feel comfortable, as they want this matter speedily expedited.
Ofentse, we understand that serious allegations emerged in court there, with Louis Liebenberg claiming that he was abused at Groenewalt prison on the instruction of the Correctional Services Minister Pieter Groenewalt. Just talk us through this allegation.
Absolutely. Well, he alleged that apparently when he arrived in the correctional facilities, he was actually welcomed by the head of the facilities themselves. And while they were ushering him inside the facilities, the head of the facilities received a call from what Mr. Liebenberg said was the Minister of Correctional Services, that's Mr. Pieter Groenewalt. And apparently he overheard him allegedly telling the guy in charge of the prison to say that they must make life for Mr. Liebenberg hell there in prison. And we heard some anecdotes where apparently they would barge into the cells of Mr. Liebenberg and allegedly strip search him, accusing him of having a phone on his possession, whereas apparently he didn't have that phone. And they went to the extent of actually saying that, you know, he was actually cavity searched, which is the most extreme form of actually being searched when you are actually incarcerated. And he was saying that all this is actually at the instruction of the Minister of Police, Mr. Pieter Groenewalt, to which the magistrate actually said that he does not have the powers to interdict the state, and there are channels to which the counsel for Mr. Liebenberg could approach to ensure that these matters are actually addressed.
All right, Ofentse, thank you very much for that. That's SABC News reporter Ofentse Setimo.